Hi there, I'm Sherry Stock and I'm one of the directors of Camp Kodiak. And during the year I'm a special education teacher in Ontario, and I have been for the last 20 years. My dad, Dave Stock, was the founder of Camp Kodiak, and when he used to do staff training, he used to tell the counselors about the 4 F's of camper management, and that is be firm, fair, friendly, and for God's sake, be consistent. And he would tell us that for many of our kids, consistency is as important as oxygen for them. And today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about being consistent, and specifically about schedules.
Missing all my good friends, I know they're up ahead just around the bend. Tomorrow is sweet 'cause we're all gonna meet at Kodiak.
At Camp Kodiak, we're very bound by schedules, and every cabin has a copy of our daily schedule posted on the wall. And campers can easily refer to it to figure out what they're going to be doing at 11 o'clock in the morning or 2:30 in the afternoon, what time they wake up in the morning and what time they go to bed. And this is very, very helpful for them in helping them plan how their day is going to go. For some campers, in addition to having a centrally located schedule on the wall, they also ask and they benefit from having one that's personal, that they keep in their pocket. And they can refer to when they are feeling worried about or confused about what comes next in the day. Having a schedule helps campers feel in control. Instead of waiting for somebody else to tell them what they're going to do next and how their day is going to unfold, they have a little bit of control. They know what comes next. They know what to prepare themselves for. And that's really, really important, and it's something that's easily replicable at home or at school. For younger kids, or kids maybe who are not as confident as in reading, it might be useful to have a schedule that is a visual schedule. So I've got times here, and I have pictures with words showing what they're going to be doing at those times. Many people will actually laminate this piece of paper and stick the times and the activities on with Velcro. And when a child has finished an activity, they can remove the activity and either put it in an envelope or put it in a column marked done, so they can very easily track where they are in their day and what comes next. For kids who are older or who are more confident readers, they might benefit from a written schedule where they can just easily follow that. If it's a consistent schedule day to day, then you can print it up and put it, in their bedroom or on the fridge. But if it's something that's going to change from day to day, you may just want to sit down with them in the morning or even the night before and write it out so that they know exactly what they're going to be doing and at what time of the day. So at home or at school, you can choose to make a schedule that represents your entire day or even just part of the day. A few days into quarantine, our family realized that a schedule was going to help us out a lot. And we made a schedule for when our kids were going to be doing their learning activities, when they would do exercise or chores or free time. And it really helped us bring structure to what would have otherwise been very, very long days. And just as important for me as a parent, it also helped to avoid the common complaint of, "Mom, I'm bored." Now, having a schedule and using it successfully involves more than just posting it. You need to teach kids what it means, how to read it, how to use it, and keep referring to it frequently until they build a little bit more independence with this routine. So the first few days of camp, we go over our schedule pretty often. We review it in the cabin, we review it in the dining hall, so that campers and even new staff really understand how that morning or afternoon or evening is going to shape up. And in fact, all summer long, at lunchtime, Jeff reviews the start time for General Swim, and any camper at Camp Kodiak can tell you that General Swim starts at 1:45 sharp. While children thrive with the predictability of a schedule, they're also flexible enough to understand that sometimes schedules are different for different kinds of days, such as a school day versus a weekend. At camp, our Saturday and Sunday schedules are a little bit different than our weekday schedules. So especially that first weekend of camp, we really spend some time making sure that the campers understand what's different about the schedule that day compared to the previous 5 days. In addition to our daily schedule, we also have a schedule of activities that say what a bunk will be doing during the activity periods each day. And this schedule also gets posted on the cabin wall. So campers and staff can easily check what are their activities for the next day or the day after, and they can even look up what are they going to be doing in the morning 1 week from Thursday. Part of the daily bedtime routine is for counselors to review with the campers what the activities will be for the next day so that campers can get mentally prepared for what kind of day they're going to have. And then of course in the morning, the counselors review those activities again so that campers can get physically prepared and dress appropriately for those activities. You know, if you have swimming, you would need a bathing suit versus if you have soccer, you need to wear running shoes. At school or at home, those types of activities might be best represented on a calendar. And at home, you might want to record regular weekly events such as music lessons or sports practices, and also special events such as a visit with grandparents or a birthday party that your child is looking forward to. At school, the child or the teacher might record, again, routine events such as what days they have gym class or when their library books are due. And they might also record novel events such as an upcoming test or field trip. Now again, by planning out the content of your child's day and making that schedule easily accessible to him, you're alleviating some of the stress of not knowing what comes next. And you're allowing him to figure out how to prepare for things that are coming up, whether they're good or they're bad. So the 3 steps of making a schedule work for your child are 1, teaching him how to use it, 2, referring to it frequently, and 3, being consistent and sticking to it. However well we schedule our lives, inevitably there will be some things that come up that change our schedule. And oftentimes those things are unpredictable. Somebody gets sick, or an activity gets rained out, or maybe mom or dad needs to take the dog to the vet. Now, assuming that these changes are not the result of some imminent emergency, take some time to explain them to your child. And if they're missing out on something they were really looking forward to, try to do something to make up for that. Transitions. Now, many of our kids find it really difficult to move from one part of a schedule to another part, particularly if they're having to stop something they really enjoy to start something that they really don't enjoy, such as stopping playing in order to clean up their toys or stopping their video game in order to do their homework. And these transitions can be really tough. So in order to facilitate this, you need to warn kids before they start the preferred activity. You need to let them know what is going to come next and what that time frame is going to be. And depending on how your child handles transitions, you may need to give them some warnings. So, you know, in 10 minutes it's going to be time to clean up. In 5 minutes it's going to be time to clean up. They need to know what's coming and what the expectations are for executing that transition. Now, most kids know that 10 minutes is a lot shorter when your parent is in a rush and a lot longer when your parent is talking to a friend or finishing up a movie. And this is where you've got to really try to be consistent. I personally find that setting a timer helps me with this. If you say 10 minutes, then you need to be prepared 10 minutes later to drop whatever it is that you're doing and help your child transition. Your schedule shouldn't feel binding and restrictive, but rather supportive. Many of our children find that having a schedule helps relieve the anxiety of trying to plan their day and helps them focus their mental energy in other areas. Remember that planning your time is an executive skill, and many of our campers, in fact most of them, have difficulty with executive functions. They need us to provide the structure so that they can be their best selves. I hope this has been helpful, and as always, please contact us if you have any questions.